Okay, so what is this we have here today is something that I don't even know. I'll be honest, I don't even know. I don't even know what this is. Like, but you know what? We're gonna be reacting to Spongebob Conspiracy, the Squilliam Theory, which is supposed to be like, it's supposed to be like, you know, he's a fraud or whatnot from like the thumbnail and what I was told. So, okay, alright. Also, can we get chat? Why is chat not working?
Squilliam Fancy Son! Squilliam Fancy Son! Squilliam Fancy Son!
Squilliam Fancy Son III is Squidward's rival from high school band class.
Right.
So, I just took my private yacht across my private lake to my private heliport.
Right,
He's more
rich
wealthy,
and...
popular, and talented than Squidward, and he always rubs it in his face.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm living your dreams, Squidward. Oh, just succeeding in everything you failed in.
But I intend to prove that he's a fraud, using his wealth to make himself seem more popular and
What?
talented than he actually is.
No,
He goes
I
to
don't believe
ridiculously
it.
extreme and expensive lengths to humiliate Squidward and show his superiority.
I don't
and I'm
believe
gonna
it.
Prove it.
No, I don't believe it.
SpongeBob is one of my
Yeah,
favorite
prove
shows
it.
from my childhood. Even going back now and rewatching the old ones, it still holds up. You might think, it's just a kid's show, there's no continuity, there's nothing worth theorizing about, but
Right.
the show constantly brings back characters and references
What?
to previous episodes. And if you look closely, you can connect the dots and find some very interesting stories. And today, I'm going to prove that Squilliam Fancy Son III is a manipulative fraud.
No, he's not.
Evidence
He's
number
cool.
one,
No.
The Pet Hospital. We first meet
That's
Squilliam in
odd.
Season 2, Episode 15, Band Geeks. The episode opens with Squidward playing the clarinet and getting a knock on the door.
I swear to God, ads.
Yeah, we're with the pet hospital down the street, and I understand you have a dying animal on the premises.
Immediately
What?
after, Squidward gets a call from Squilliam.
I don't know where this is going. I don't know where this is going. Where is this going?
Unrecognized talent. Please start after the... Sounds as though you've got a dying animal to attend to, eh, old chum?
I believe that not only was Squilliam spying on Squidward to know when he was playing his clarinet, but he also hired the doctor to come and embarrass Squidward.
Yeah, we're
But-
with the pet hospital down the street. Pet hospital down the street.
We have never seen a pet hospital in Bikini Bottom. We've only ever seen just the regular Bikini Bottom hospital. We've seen this purple dogfish
That's
before,
true.
but once again, he's
That's
never
true.
worked at a pet hospital. We've only ever seen him at the regular general hospital.
Well, Mr. Squarepants, it seems you have the suds. Are you ready for your treatment?
Then there's this green fish behind him, and we've only ever seen him as one of the many identical paramedics.
No,
in
wait, that's
Bikini
true,
Bottom
though.
Hospital. We even see him at the end of the episode to take Squilliam away after fainting. So it is very likely that Squilliam hired these two and told them to pretend like they're from a pet hospital just to humiliate Squidward.
Yeah,
But
but-
this is just the start of Squilliam's elaborate lies. Evidence number 2, the Bubble Bowl. In the same episode, Squilliam also says,
I'm the leader of a big fancy band now, and we're supposed to play the Bubble Bowl next week. The problem is, I'm busy next week and can't make it, so I was hoping you and your band could cover for us.
but we've never seen Squilliam's band before, and despite claiming he's too busy to make it to the Bubble
Okay, let's pause here real quick. Now, one... this is just a theory on it. Yeah, okay, it's true. We haven't actually seen the band, haven't we? No, we haven't seen Squilliam's band. But where is this going? Where is this going? All I've seen is that, you know, saying that, you know, Squilliam was making, you know, just making fun of Squidward. I don't see, but he's not a fraud. Is he not rich or something? Like, just, okay. Alright, okay. So we'll get back, okay.
Bowl, he still shows up at the end to watch Squidward's band. So both his excuse and probably his band were made up to pressure Squidward into humiliating himself at the Bubble Bowl. Evidence number 3, Squilliam's Friends. In Season 3, Episode 8, Squilliam returns. Squidward leaves for work and conveniently bumps into Squilliam and all of his fancy friends, despite Squilliam not seeming like the kind of guy that would come near the Krusty Krab. He and his friends make fun of Squidward for working as a cashier.
Hold it! Don't tell me! You're a cashier!
Don't lie. Lying always makes it worse.
But I believe that
Cashiers.
this encounter was planned out by Squilliam in advance, and he hired all of those people to pretend to be his friends. Take a look at Squilliam's friends. They're all nicely dressed, you kind of get the sense that they're fancy, high-status members of Bikini Bottom, but they aren't. This is more like what the fancy rich people in Bikini Bottom look like. These are just some regular Bikini Bottom citizens. Most of them usually don't even wear nice clothes like this. And most of them are regulars at the Krusty Krab and would already know Squidward as a cashier.
My daddy doesn't have enough slime!
These are not the type of people Squilliam would hang out with. I mean,
Wait,
why would
what?
Squilliam be hanging out with one of Pearl's teenage friends? At the end of the episode, Squilliam even admits to his whole life being fake.
I made everything up about my life. I have no yachts, jets, or anything. I was only trying to impress you.
And then, of course, he quickly says he's just kidding.
Is that true?
Of course not! I'm filthy stinking rich!
But was he kidding? I mean, obviously he's rich, but
Where is this going? I don't know where this is going. I mean, this is true actually. Hold on. That all those guys are in fact, regulars. But
is there
we're
a nugget
halfway
of
done.
truth in there? Evidence number 4.
Evidence number
the
4.
Statue.
The statue.
In season 7, episode 6, Squidward has to pick up trash for community service.
Yeah, we all know
once
this
again
one.
Conveniently bumps into him and reveals he's cleaned up so much trash the city actually built a statue of him.
Maybe if you clean up Bikini Bottom, they'll build a statue of you. Oh, wait! They've already built one. Of me! I cleaned up all of Bikini Bottom in only 1 week.
I believe that once again, this encounter was staged
Okay.
by Squilliam, and he actually paid to get that statue built.
Well-
As Squilliam tells Squidward about the statue, a female fish admires it and says,
Bless you, Squilliam Fancy Sim. Bless you.
but if you remember, this is one of those friends Squilliam likely paid, making her whole comment feel very fake.
What?
By the end of the episode, Squilliam's statue gets destroyed. A police officer approaches and they have this exchange.
What?
This is your statue?
It was.
Squilliam admits that it's his statue, not the city's. And why else would the officer give him specifically a ticket if it was city property? Evidence number 5.
What?
The concert. In season 6,
What? There's no what? That's mind-blowing. That's so true and mind-blowing at the same time. I don't know why. Okay, yeah, no.
Episode 17,
What's next?
Squidward watches Squilliam play the clarinet at a big fancy concert. He receives a standing ovation, causing Squidward to leave angrily. But I believe this entire concert is a scam. Not only has the audience been paid to cheer, but Squilliam never even touches his instrument. Once again, many of the audience members were part of Squilliam's quote-unquote friends, but we also never actually see Squilliam play the clarinet. The episode
True.
opens right after he's finished his performance with the audience cheering, and one member of the audience says,
He's such a great musician. He doesn't even have to touch an instrument to be brilliant.
maybe the real reason Squidward leaves so angrily is because the audience cheered for Squilliam even though he never even touched his clarinet. Maybe Squilliam is just as bad as Squidward at the clarinet and he's trying to hide it. Squilliam has gone to some pretty extreme
Oh my
lengths
gosh.
just to humiliate Squidward, but nothing, and I mean nothing, compares
didn't
to
touch
what
his
he does
clarinet.
next. Evidence number 6.
There's still more
the music
evidence?
college.
So, he didn't touch his clarinet. We know that and everything. Yeah, why does his like, why is his friends always there? I mean, I can get it, but they always seem like they don't know him.
In the same episode, after Squidward leaves the
Professors?
concert,
Okay.
he's approached by the headmistress of the Bikini Bottom prestigious music college.
Aren't you the esteemed Squilliam Fancyson III, who we all came here to see perform tonight?
She mistakes him for Squilliam and offers him a position as a professor. Squidward pretends to be Squilliam and teaches a class, only for the police to burst in and arrest him, all while he's being filmed on live TV. And I believe that this is Squilliam's most elaborate and most expensive
Interesting.
scheme to destroy Squidward both publicly and legally. This encounter where Squidward gets offered a job is already suspiciously convenient, but listen closely to their exchange.
I'm
Squilliam Fancy Son.
But didn't you just say a minute ago that your name was Squidward Q Tentacles?
It is. No, I mean, no, I didn't.
Well,
Alright,
that's
what
a
does this?
relief.
What does this have
I mean,
to do?
what kind of a moron would go to their worst enemy's music recital?
What kind of moron would go to their own enemy's music recital?
She just
How does
roasted
she
him.
know that Squidward and Squilliam are enemies? If she knew who Squidward was, then why didn't she recognize him? Why would she mistake him for Squilliam? This feels way too much like she was hired by Squilliam to set a trap for Squidward. And if that's not enough, the headmistress's associate is literally just a guy from the paid audience wearing a disguise. He just threw on some glasses to seem smart. Squilliam knew that Squidward couldn't resist the opportunity to teach a music class, even if it meant breaking the law.
My very own music class.
Then we get to the Bikini Bottom prestigious music college, and right off the bat, there's something very fishy about this place. The building itself is very green and grimy.
Is that
has a
Superman?
very cheap metal look.
Was that
Nothing about
Superman?
This is prestigious, except for the big sign on top, which feels like the only new thing about this building. I think there is a very good chance that Squilliam just bought some old warehouse, then stuck a sign and some paint on it to disguise it as a college. I
my
mean, look
God,
at these
that's
other
so
schools
true.
in Bikini Bottom. They all have a very nice structure and a paint job, but this prestigious music college looks like a dumpster. Going into the classroom, not only does it have another one of Squilliam's friends, but if this is such a prestigious college, how did SpongeBob and Patrick get in here?
Would you two numbskulls mind telling me what you're doing in music class anyway?
Sure. Patrick's New Year's resolution was to learn to play an instrument.
They say it was their New Year's resolution to take a music class, but you'd think it'd be harder for them to get into an esteemed music school. If they just
You
decided
think
to
it-
go to
it-
on a
you-
whim.
yeah,
Seems
yeah,
like
no.
They're just letting in anyone to sell this ruse. Then both the police, Squilliam and the headmistress, and a live news broadcast show up at the same time to arrest Squidward for impersonating Squilliam. If the extremely coincidental fact that all of these people suddenly showed up at the same time isn't enough for you to believe that Squilliam set it all up, I've got something that's going to blow your mind.
Blow my mind?
Squilliam literally has the police working for him.
Squidward Chew Tentacles,
What?
I'm placing you under arrest for impersonating a genius.
If that doesn't sound like he's been paid off, I don't know what does.
What?
The lengths that Squilliam goes to humiliate Squidward are insane. He literally builds statues and entire buildings
Dude, he's
just to make
he's the
Squidward
mob.
feel
He's
inferior.
working in the mob.
But why? Why would anyone go so far to embarrass an old high school band classmate? What happened between them? What could have caused this extreme level of dedication? Well, unfortunately, we never really get much information on their past. I've spent hours reading through the SpongeBob Wikipedia and looking at all
This
the
is the
episodes,
guy.
There really just isn't any
This
clues
is the
that would
guy.
explain their weird relationship. I guess we can't solve everything, but either way, that's my theory. Thank you so much for listening. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Wait a second. Wait a second. Season 6, Episode 5, Slide Whistle Stooges. Just
What?
a normal
Just
episode
more?
where SpongeBob and Patrick annoy
Just
Squidward.
more?
Nothing really out of the ordinary. Except I have one question about this episode. Why does Squidward have Squilliam's robe? That is clearly not the purple robe he usually wears. That is Squilliam Fancyson III's robe.
What?
Why would Squidward
What?
have this?
What?
Unless they were more than just classmates. Could they have once been dating? No way. That's not possible. There's no evidence to support that. Right?
Don't be intimidated, Squidward. Try to imagine him in his underwear. Oh no, he's hot!
No. It can't be.
I mean, what kind of a moron would go to their worst enemy's
No.
music recital?
It's been right in front of us this whole time.
Our sources last saw Evil harassing teenagers up at Makeout Reef.
Makeout Reef. Good time. Good time.
Voted most likely to suck eggs in high school.
Holy shit!